Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? I did a review of Economic Ninja's video, and the comments you guys left were pretty interesting, so I want to come back and respond to them. It appears to a lot of people that Economic Ninja is now all doom and gloom. I think what it is, and this is just my personal opinion, I don't know if this is what Economic Ninja is thinking, but from my personal perspective, you know, we pay attention to the news every day. And there are some content creators out there that pay attention to just one part of the news. And because of the things that Economic Ninja talks about, I have no doubt, like me, he pays attention to all the news. And so after a while, it's kind of hard to probably not come across as doom and gloom, just because it appears that the evil people are winning sometimes. That's why I don't watch TV at all. I do a lot of reading, and I will check out things on YouTube. But anyways, let's get back to the comments so I can show what I'm talking about, shall we? Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. So this is a video right here. It was a good video. So let's go ahead and check what you guys had to say. Gaddafi may have been the best leader in modern times. That guy did amazing things for his country. Fact. Yeah, you know, again, I don't live there. I had a friend that did. And I thought she'd be happy about the fact that Gaddafi was taken out. Then she told me the truth about Gaddafi. She didn't have anything bad to say about the guy. And she said that's just your media over there in the United States. They portray him as a bad guy. And as I got older, you find out that these things are true. Our government lies about shit. They make people out to be bad guys that aren't necessarily bad guys. Saddam Hussein was different altogether, but Gaddafi, all he wanted to do was unite his people and keep them from being enslaved to the US dollar. And he was killed for it. Just more confirmation on with the right dudes. Oh, I appreciate that. Gold and silver always. Oh yeah, always. Oh, look at this. Silver is now over $30. They started to try to pull it back, but this is that resistant level. I told you, once it gets through, it should take off like a bat out of hell. Let's see what happens over the next couple of days, because I have a feeling if this doesn't come down below $30 by today, tomorrow, if it continues to go up, it's going to go from 30 to 35 real quick. And you can see gold is going back up. They try to pull it back down, and it's heading towards its high of $2,400. And just like I was speaking about silver, if it continues at this pace, then it's going to take off as well. So yes, precious metals always. Pimpy, following you a long time. Hang in there. I'm hanging in, my friend. I appreciate that. I like Economic Ninja. Good vibe by him. Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first saw him. He had me laughing. He was entertaining and informative. I don't have anything negative to say about the guy, to be quite honest with you. Not that I sit there and watch his videos all day long, but everything I've ever seen, I actually agree with. So, Pimpy, provide straight from the CBI proof of the redenomination. Thanks. The CBI did not say it was going to be redenominated in the way you think. Gurus have said for 20 years a 25,000 note will be a 25 dinar, not the CBI. So don't put too much stock into what Pimpy says. We will have to wait and see how this plays out. Well, you can put stock in what I say, because first of all, I never said that Iraq was definitely going to redenominate their currency. I'm just letting you guys know that that is a possibility. And gurus have been saying this for years. Outside of me, I never heard another guru tell people about the possibility that the deletion of the zeros would play out the way I spoke about. I'm not saying that nobody out there spoke about it. I'm just saying in all the years I've been doing this, I never heard anybody explain the redenomination process. So again, this is one of those things where people are saying, Pimpy says it's going to redenominate. I never said it was going to. I just said to you guys that's a possibility. But in my personal opinion, I'm leaning towards the redenomination is what I think Iraq's going to do. But I never said it's set in stone. Thanks, P. Two of my favorite people. I appreciate that, Jen, chiming in like always. Haha, no way, a blast from the past. I used to listen to this guy. I always enjoyed his stuff, but it got to the point that all the channels are doom and gloom. You know, the other reason why I think people might appear to be turning out to be doom and gloom, we've been warning people about certain things that are going to happen in the future. And it's one thing to feel like this is going to happen and you explain to people, but it's a totally different thing altogether to actually see these things start playing out. You know what I mean? I'm sure it puts people in a state of depression. You know, it just depends on what they heard for the day or what's going on that put them in that state. But yeah, I did notice that a lot of people, they are doom and gloom. I'm not doom and gloom. People keep saying I'm negative. I go, what am I negative about? And they can't tell me what it is exactly that I'm negative about. I'm not negative. I'm just telling you guys the truth. There is another option out there. That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying it's set in stone. I'm just saying you should be at least aware of it. I love how people go, Pimpy wants it to have the deletion of the zeros and lower the exchange rate. No, Pimpy doesn't. Pimpy'd rather keep the zeros on there and then change the exchange rate to $3 for every dinar. But like I said, I'm just letting you guys know there are other options that we should be at least aware of. That's not to say that they aren't over the target, because they are. But if you can't change your situation, then there really is minimal benefit. The difference between educating someone and doing the same, but leaving them with ox, is razor thin. I've stopped listening to all prepper channels and only tune in mainly to two channels. One discusses the deterioration of the infrastructure. This is John Williams. And another covers AI and how it's going to transform our society. Days of Noah. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like I said, I don't focus on a lot of content creators just because I actually do my own research. And in case you're not paying attention, if you listen to them, they're all pretty much regurgitating the same crap. You would think if they were actually doing the deep dive, they would all have their own opinions, but that's not the case. You forgot to mention, Pimpy, also what they do and say about the scam is they always say there will be 800 numbers which probably prepare to take your money too. You know what? I have actually came across people saying, hey, Pimpy, what do you think of this? And I go, think of what? There's a person claiming they're out of Reno and they want all of our serial numbers off the Iraqi dinar. And I was like, why would you send in your serial number? Because they're going to redeem them for us. We get a special rate. These people come on and they testify that they've had their currency swapped for a higher rate. Really? And then I'd go listen to it and I go, this sounds like bullshit to me. And then I said, what you guys got to be careful of is you have counterfeiters out there that will use your serial number from your currency. And then when you go to deal with your currency, you might have a problem with it because they've created counterfeit dollars using the serial number. Why it is they need a picture of your currency with your serial number. You don't actually have to turn it in. And then you got another group saying, send in your dinar and they will take it and swap it and then come back with the money. They never come back. And then you hear people who've lost out on a lot because of it. There's a lot of scams going on here. Just keep your currency. When the time is right, you'll hear about it. Then go exchange it yourself. Nah, it's an arbitrary decision in the sense that the CBI, the shots, I'm guessing you're saying calls the shots. Well, I wouldn't say it's an arbitrary decision. It has to be planned out. I appreciate you chiming in. One question, guys, love to hear some answers. Why will the minister of Iraq come to the United States and said to over 60,000 people to hold their currency if they will get just bananas, just remove 3 zeros? It just don't make any sense to me. Maybe someone has better ideas. Now, I do remember al-Sudani saying that, he was going to try to restore the reputation of the Iraqi dinar. So they can say that and still have the deletion of the zeros. Just because you guys don't like it, that doesn't mean it's not true. That would strengthen the Iraqi dinar. And I've explained why many of times. Just because it doesn't get you rich, that doesn't mean it's not going to be a strong currency. My prediction was that they would remove the zeros and then change the exchange rate. But you guys want it to be done with the zeros added. So you can all become millionaires. It's not about you. They don't care about you. They don't care about people around the world who hold on to the Iraqi dinar. It's not Iraq's responsibility to make you guys all millionaires. I'm not saying it possibly won't happen, but what I'm saying is that's not what they're focused on. They're focused on Iraq and the Iraqi people. Everything else outside of that doesn't matter. I was like, why do people have numbers in there? Then when I remember Economic Ninja does that where you put in numbers. I'm overweight. Yeah, welcome to my world. Most of us are. I don't understand. I never had any problems. B&D, I'm not sure neither, and I'm not sure what you're asking. I was wondering if you'd react to this. Of course, anytime somebody like Economic Ninja, who doesn't normally talk about the Iraqi dinar, says something, I'm curious. I'm going to go listen to it, and then if it's good enough, I'll respond to it. Of course, Kermit was. I was just curious about what he was going to say. Oh goodness, get to the point. Ugh, what a waster of time. No tangible proof, just words. Haven't been to this channel in almost 2 years. What the hell are you talking about? Him or me? Yay, react. Thank you, Pimpy. I'm with Tomato Can. I used to listen to Ninja. I liked a few of his videos a lot. Like how he weaves biblical passages in. He gets too gloom and doom. I don't listen to him any longer. Now that I'm Pimpy rich, go silver. Oh yeah, you seen the silver price, man. It looks good. I haven't watched enough of Economic Ninja's videos to see if he's changed from being chipper to doom and gloom. Because you got a lot of people saying, well, Pimpy's negative now. And I'm like, I'm not negative. There's a difference between being negative and going, oh, the Iraqi dinar is never, ever going to change. It's been the same way for so long. It's a scam. That's being negative. Me coming out and say, you know, there's another option in which they could take the 3 zeros off. That's different. But the reason why people think it's negative, because it doesn't line up with what they're hoping, is what it is. Where's Rockhead? I don't know what that means. I told him that he needs permission from you that you own the dinars in YouTube. He didn't listen. Everyone knows you're the god of the dinars. Without your permission, they have no chance. That's taking it to a whole nother level. I am not the god of the dinars. But that is funny. I appreciate that. Thanks. And people don't need any permission. They can say whatever they want. Laughing my ass off. Don't delete the truths. Stop beating a dead horse. With 25 dinar times 75 cents, try 25 dinars at $1.25 or $2. Well, you guys act like I'm in control of the exchange rate. If that was the case, you would never see the deletion of the zeros, and it would have been at least, at the very least, 1 for 1. I don't mind sharing the love and people making some money off of what's going on, but I wouldn't do it to the point where it would damage the Iraqi economy. All these are 5s. Okay, that's in response to Economic Ninja. As usual, I love when you guys chime in. I get to come back and respond. It's always fun laughing with you guys. But just to show you that not everything I do is so-called negative, I'll show you something that'll cheer you up and make you laugh.
Bounce it in the box like this. Don't stop, bounce with it. Puppy dog, bounce it in the box like this. Don't stop, bounce with it. You a good little puppy, you don't live on the street. You don't want no money, you want something to eat. Got your own water bowl, you don't need my drink. Take a shit and walk off like your shit don't stink. You your own boss, you don't need no leash. All your shots up to date, you ain't got no fleas. Bounce it puppy like you trying to get free. Bounce it little puppy, bounce it for me. You can hang with your girls, you can chill with a treat. I can leave you in your cage and you won't even pee. You can fetch a ball, but you ain't fetch it for free. You can chill in the house, but you love when we leave. You a good puppy, you ain't sassy. You don't lick me in the face, that's nasty. Said you a good puppy, you ain't sassy. And you don't lick me in the face, that's nasty. Hey, puppy dog, bounce it in the box like this. Don't stop, bounce with it. Puppy dog, bounce it in the box like this. Don't stop, bounce with it. Bounce.
That is from the Rock's Star. See how it's spelled? He has a ton of videos in which he does voiceovers, and they will make you laugh your ass off for reals. So hopefully that cheered you up and gave you something to smile or laugh about. Anyways, leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and I'll get back at you later. I'm out.